What's up, guys? It's your commissioner, live and in living color. It's either going to be a video or a newsletter, email, but sometimes I get lazy or sometimes I don't have a lot to say, much like today. It's too soon to start making big announcements or pronouncements of how our teams are going to be. Tim, will you tell your mom to stop texting me? Jesus. All right. Anyways, so what I want to do first off is go through and rate the draft, player by player. Something I've done in the past. Again, just initial instincts about the person, opinions, what have you. So starting with my team, of course, number one. Eli Manning, drafted him because I have a huge heart-on for the receivers in New York. So next best thing, if you can't get Odell Beckham or even a hobbled Cruz at this point, Eli was good for some good games. Just, the secret is figuring out when those games actually happen. Matt Ryan, solid starter. I'm excited to start him on Monday Night Football. Speaking of which, I will not be at any kind of Monday night get-together. Unfortunately, I have an amazing reason not to be at Twin Peaks is because I will actually be at the Georgia Dome watching the shit live, the fucking Gladiators. Philly, Atlanta, my company is taking me to the Monday night game. So I'll be there. The early game, unfortunately, will not make it to any kind of a get-together. I hope you guys, step up and have something, put something together, maybe take some pictures, put it on Facebook. My ass will be on Facebook. Fucking Georgia Dome. What's up? Yay! Matt Ryan. Woo! DeMarco Murray. Woo! Both sides. Did you get that? My two studs. Anyway, so Matt Ryan, I think, is a solid guy. He'll have a bounce-back year. He's got three very good receivers and a very good pass-catching running back, I think. So, all right, so where else? Where are we at? Honestly, I'm already bored by this. I don't want to do this. This is stupid. So, let's just go through the matchups for week one. I really don't have a lot to talk about. I can talk shit about. Let's talk some shit. Okay, Lynn, what the fuck were you smoking? Taking Jordy Nelson. In fairness, somebody would have drafted him probably much later than the third round, at the beginning of the third round. But you had that kick to the balls look, and we always joke, usually the night before, about famous drafters who have gone to the board, i.e. Tommy Lotz, and made a pick, and then walked back to their chair with a look of utter defeat, akin to just getting fucking stomped in the balls. And you, Lynn, you got the award this year for that. I need to put a certificate of achievement together for you. I drafted somebody very, and it was actually sad to watch because it ruined your entire fucking day. Your entire draft went to fucking shit after the overall 22nd pick of the draft. I mean, third round, dude, you're done. You're pissed. You're emotionally drafting at that point where you weren't making really good decisions in my estimation. I think we'll talk about that though as we talk about your matchup. So regardless, you were that guy this year, and I did feel bad for you. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, you should have known. We were watching the game before the draft. You saw the guy get hurt. Apparently there was some confusion whether it was an ankle or a knee. Big difference, as you know at this point. So it behooves anyone to be aware of any last second injuries. But yeah, man, that's on you, brother. I would have probably drafted him somewhere in the 7th or 8th round, which still would have stung. But yours was kind of inexcusable. But that's why you are who you are. We love you. We love you to be in the failed four every single year, which is where you are. Because of great decisions like that. But again, remind me to commemorate that with an achievement. Okay, so where was I? We're talking about the first matchup, which is a game of the week. Myself and Apes, naturally. All right, so talked about Matty Ryan going against that porous Philly D. DeMarco Murray, of course, big gamble that he stays healthy this year again after all of the mileage on the odometer last year, all the touches, all the carries. But I'm pinning my hopes on him again, and probably going to pair him with Carlos Hyde. He's obviously the bell cow in San Fran. What that's worth, I don't really know yet, but we'll see. And then, of course, my boy Lamar Miller on a suddenly not exciting offensive line. Not liking the look of that OL right now, but it is what it is at this point. Hopefully he can put up some points for me. All right, my receivers, probably going to go with, definitively with Demaryius Thomas, facing off against the Ravens at home. I'm seriously considering Marcus Wheaton tomorrow night. I just don't know. I mean, he is the number 2 receiver while Bryant's suspended. I'd love to start him. Love to have something to give me another reason to watch tomorrow night, but I don't know if I'll pull that trigger. Mari Cooper, another guy that it would be a Mari Cooper or Wheaton for me, and then Mike Evans, of course, got to trot him out there. I'm hoping his hammy's fully healed up. You never know. Jordan Reed. Do we even need to talk about fucking tight ends and defenses and kickers? We don't. So moving right along. Apes. We are only going to talk about the skill positions. All right. So you know what, man? I don't know why I'm looking at the rosters. Well, actually, I do know why, because I want to skank on your draft. But I'm going to look at the lineups here so we can actually... so we can actually talk about where we're going. Projected scores. That's always a fun one, isn't it? All right. Jeremy. Tony Romo. Good luck. Good luck with Mr. Romo. He lasted all of 1 week on my team last year, week 1. Justin Forsett, great. Latavius Murray, not super high on him. But hey, he's a starter. I know you're missing a couple of your big dogs, Le'Veon Bell being one. And I guess that's it. That's all you're missing, but still. Keenan Allen. Is he the Keenan Allen of last year or the year before? We'll see. Alshon Jeffrey, solid, of course. He's still a little banged up. I'm counting on that. Slowing him down a bit. Charles Johnson. It's nice that you have somebody to root for Monday night on the late game, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Jeremy Maclin. I'm starting to warm up to him a little bit in that offense, but Alex Smith, ugh. But you get the reception, so who gives a shit? All right, so obviously it's 139 for me, 133 for you on the estimate, dude. Honestly, it's a toss-up. Who knows? It's too close to call. I'm not, excessively better than you in any position, and I don't think you're excessively better than me in any position. So I don't think Demaryius Thomas is going to score me 28 points. But on the same token, I don't think Alshon gets you 16. But who knows? You don't know. Maybe he'll beat me. Whatever. I start 0-1 like every year, and I still end up having won 2 championships. So who cares? All right. Next, Dragons against the Terps. All right, so Lynn pulled a horseshoe out of his ass, really, and starting Tom Brady, who is not suspended now, so that saves Lynn from having to trot out a Phillip Rivers or a Carson Palmer. Wow. Okay, anyways. Sure, Brady, good. Brady versus Roethlisberger, obviously. Get the big dogs out of the way early Thursday night. Who knows? Fuck. I mean, I'm not super big on Brady right now. I think he's a good game manager at this point. He's far past his prime, and I don't see him putting up 28 points against the Steelers. But who knows? All right, man. You got Adrian Peterson. Definitely will be a bounce back for him this year. Bernard, not crazy about that start. I hope you don't have a choice. I'm not gonna question your lineup change. It's not fair to your opponent, but anyways. AJ Green, good start. Have to start him naturally. Vincent Jackson, horrible. I know they're the Titans, but I would wait a little bit. Andre Johnson, good. Stevie Johnson, sure, why not? Don't really have a lot there. And then, of course, Kelsey is a great tight end. Tim, C.J. Anderson, stud. LaShawn McCoy, is he healthy? Doesn't matter. You got to trot him out there. Alfred Morris, but yeah, he's a starter. Antonio Brown, stud. Larry Fitz, horrible. DeAndre Hopkins, sure. I mean, you got to start him. As far as your maybe an Allen Robinson, but ugh, how do you start a fucking Jaguar at this point? A Jaguar. So 141 to 132, same thing, man. Just kind of wide open. No big favorite here between the two of you jokers. So I gotta go with with Dre. Just the firepower is a little bit more impressive than what I'm staring here. Stevie Johnson, you're starting Stevie fucking Johnson, dude. That dude hasn't been good in like 5 years. When he dropped the ball in the end zone, remember that? And he blamed God for it. Whatever. All right, Leathernecks, Riders of Rohan. Man, this one's actually 0.10 point difference on the points, so it literally cannot get any. I guess it could get a little lower, 0.5, 0.05, but anyways, 1/10 of a point. What? I'm doing fucking math at 11 o'clock at night. Yeah. All right, so next you got Drew Brees, personal favorite of mine, against Peyton Manning. At Cardinals versus at home versus Ravens, you got to go Peyton there. Ellington, can't stand Andre Ellington. I thought that was a horrible pick by you, my friend. Frank Gore, sure. Jamal Charles, stud. Jeremy Hill, stud. TJ Yeldon is going to be awesome. So Rohan already stud team. Let's see. Of course, Rohan, Randall Cobb, bigger responsibility. I know he's a little banged up. Deshaun Jackson, horrible pick. You needed a redo at that point at the draft. You needed a do-over because Deshaun Jackson, not sure where you grabbed him. I know it was early. Fucking horrible, dude. He has no quarterback, and he's a one-trick pony, and he's slowing down. It happens to all of us. So he's good for about 1 or 2 catches a game. You just hope that one of them happens to be a 75-yard touchdown. Roddy White, another guy, I think solid. Of course, I'm biased because got his quarterback, but So I'm looking at your bet. Of course, you'll start Martavis Bryant when he comes off of suspension, and I guess that's Ruben Randall maybe at some point. And Leathernecks, Devontae Adams. Of course, that should be pretty good. Des Bryant, stud. Julio, stud. Kendall Wright, stud. I think he's a stud. I think you definitely win that side of the argument. It's so close, obviously, but if I had to flip a coin, I gotta go with the Necks. I think it's just a little bit more firepower, all things considered. Okay, Blues against Kevo, Tom Brady. Stafford against Andrew Luck. No question, Andrew Luck. That's the pick there. Joy Bell. Matt Forte, strong. Joseph Randall, you got to start him, but dude, I just do not see him doing anything this year. All right, so he's got those 3 running backs going against Blues Brothers. Chris Ivory, which good pick. Nothing too exciting at this point. They're playing the Browns at home, so probably the least watched game of the weekend, unless you're in New York. Marshawn Lynch, of course, great stud. All right, so going back to brothers for the receivers. Brandon Cooks, stud. Calvin Johnson, still a stud. Jarvis Landry, another stud. Jordan Matthews should be stud material. No one else to throw to in Philly. He should put up big numbers this year. Kevin, Julian Edelman. I just did not want any part of the Patriots' aging receiving core or that messed up backfield. Emmanuel Sanders, strong as a secondary weapon there behind my dog. Sammy Watkins is the quarterback going to get him the ball? I can't even think of his name. Tyrod Taylor or something? I don't know. He wants to wear diamond-encrusted mouthpiece for his grill. Dude, good luck. Good luck with that. Okay, so it's obvious to me that Blues Brothers is going to wax the ever-loving stuffing out of Kevin. And lo and behold, the point difference, 150.